Hi guys, today we'll be learning about kurtosis. Now, if you don't know what kurtosis means, kurtosis is another measure that compares a given set of data to a normal frequency distribution. Now, what is a normal frequency distribution? A normal frequency distribution resembles a shape of a bell when graphed as a frequency polygon. Now, remember, a frequency polygon is a graph constructed by using lines to join the midpoints of each interval or bin. Now, it's something like this. Now, as you see, it kind of reminds you the shape of a bell with its curves and basically its shape. Frequency distribution can be classified according to the shape of its graph, specifically the shape of its hump, relative to the bell-shaped normal distribution graph. Now, according to them, we have three distribution graphs, and that is leptokurtic, mesokurtic, and platykurtic. Let's start with the mesokurtic distribution. In a mesokurtic distribution, the graph is so close to the normal graph or to the normal curve that I showed earlier. While in a leptokurtic distribution, as you can see, the peak is higher and more pointed than the normal curve that we have. Next is the platykurtic, which is the last one. Now, the platykurtic one, in the platykurtic distribution, the graph's peak is lower and flattened on the top, as you can see right here. So, we got leptokurtic has the highest peak, mesokurtic as the normal one, and platykurtic as the lowest peak and flattened on the top. Now remember, kurtosis can be used to be determined the type of variability of a given distribution. In the book Elementary Statistics, which is written by Dr. Josefina Almeida, there are suggested formulas of the computation of measure of kurtosis which are given below. Okay, so here are the formulas. So we got kurtosis 1, or also known as the sample coefficient of kurtosis based on the fourth moment. Now, before starting, please note that the x will always be equals to mean and the n will be always equals to the number of samples under study, or also known as the given number, the total given number on your equation. Okay, let's start. So, to find the mean, we have to solve this, which is the symbol. And how do you solve the symbol? Easy. So, there will be givens. So, there will be given numbers. Example, we got like 2, 4, 5, 6. So, what we're gonna be doing is adding all the x's and raising it to 4, 3, and 2. So, after doing that, we will divide it by the number of samples under study, which is the total given. We will be dividing that. Then, the answer will be your mean. Now, after getting the mean, you will be doing the formula right here. This formula. So, what you'll be doing is putting the answer right here, then dividing it by the number, then 4 times the mean. Okay, so let's start. So, first of all, let's start off with finding the mean. Now, on how to find the mean, I got an example here. So, first of all, let's see the formula on finding the mean. So, this is the formula. We get the symbol divided by the number of samples under study. So, let's get with example 1. Now, as you can see here, I have given 5, the total of 5 numbers. So, let's start. So, we put 5 at the top, because that is the total of given numbers. So, basically, that is the number of samples under study that we have. Then, put the symbol. x divided by 5 again, because n will always be the number of samples under study. Okay, so let's equals that. So, on how to find it, we just add all of the numbers like so. So, 6 plus 10 is equals to 16, plus 4 is equals to 20, plus 7 is equals to 27, plus 2 equals to 29. So, in total, we have 29. Now, divided it by 5. Now, divided it by 5, we have a total of 2 point... Yikes. In total, we have 5.8. Yikes. Like there. See? It's easy. Now, after finding the mean, now you can start using the formula right here. See? It's easy. Okay, so let's go to example number 2. So, example number 2, determine the type of kurtosis of the given set of scores in 10 quizzes of 2 students. So, we got student A and student B. Student A has 11, 4, 6, 2, 8, 5, 3, 9, 10, 7, while student B has 2, 12, 5, 7, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 6. So, let's go to the solution. Here is the solution. So, first of all, we have to find the mean, which I already did. I added all the numbers of student A, then divided it by 10, which is the total of how many quizzes the two of them had, and the answer is equals to 6.5. There. Okay, so when you find the mean, let's go over to the second one, which is the same one as the first one, but in here we have raised to 4. So what we're gonna do is rewrite all the numbers right here, and then all of them it is raised to 4. So let's do it. So we got 11 raised to 4 is equals to 14,641 plus 4 raised to 4 is 256. So, I'll be doing all of this and I'll get back to you after I'm done raising all of this into 4s. Okay. Okay, so I'm back and I solved all of this. Okay, so we have 14,641 plus 256 plus 1,296 plus 16 plus 4,096 plus 625 plus 81 plus 6,561 sorry, plus 10,000 and plus 2,401, which leads us to 39,973. There. Okay, so let's do the second one. Now, the second one is the same as the... So, the third one... Okay, so let's go to the third one, which is the same as the second one, except than raising it to 4, we're raising it to 3. Okay, so we got 11 raised to 3 equals to 1,331 plus, and then I'm gonna repeat what happened earlier. So, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna solve it and I'll be back after solving it. Okay, so I have solved all of it. Okay, so I have solved all of it. So, we have 1,331 plus 64 plus 216 plus 8 plus 502 12, plus 125 plus 27 plus 729 plus 1,000 and plus 343, which leads us to 4,355 in total. There. So let's go to the last one. Now the last one is a bit more easy than the other two because it is only raised to 2. So basically, to find the means, all you have to do is raise them to 4, to 3, and this one to 2. Okay, so basically the same thing. 11 raised to 2 equals to 121. Again, I'm gonna repeat this and I'll be back. Okay, so here we are. So what I got is 121 plus 16 plus 36 plus 4 plus 64 plus 25 plus 9 plus 81 plus 10 and plus 48. Okay, so in total, all I get is 505 in total. So here we go. Now that we got all of it, now let's start with the real solving, which is solving the kurtosis 1. Okay? Are we ready? Okay then. Okay, so let's substitute. So what we got is 39,973 over 10 minus 4 multiplied by 6.5 and multiplied by the answer of 4,355 over 10, which is added with 6 multiplied by 6.5 squared, which is multiplied by the answer of 505 over 10, which is subtracted by 3, which is multiplied by 6.5 raised to 4. And once you solve all of this at the top, we will divide it by the bottom. So we will get 3,997.3 minus the product of 26 and 435.5 plus the product of 253.5 and 50.5 subtracted by the 5,355.1875. Then divide it with 5,050 minus 4,225 over 100. And then before you divide this with the top, you have to multiply this by itself to get the correct answer. Then so we'll get 120.8625 over 68.625. So the answer we get is 1.78. Right here. Okay, so next. Okay, so let's substitute. So what we got is 39,973 over 10 minus 4 multiplied by 6.5 and multiplied by the answer of 4,355 over 10, which is added with 6 multiplied by 6.5 squared, which is multiplied by the answer of 505 over 10, which is subtracted by 3, which is multiplied by 6.5 raised to 4. And once you solve all of this at the top, we will divide it by the bottom. So we will get 3,997.3 minus the product of 26 and 435.5 plus the product of 253.5 and 50.5 subtracted by the 5,355.1,875. Then divide it with 5,050 minus 4,225 over 100. And then, before you divide this with the top, you have to multiply this by itself to get the correct answer. Then, so we'll get 120.8,625 over 68.625. So the answer we get is 1.78. Right here. Okay, so next. Okay, so before we start with kurtosis 2, I want to explain the formula to get the answer for kurtosis 2, which is the unbiased estimator of the excess of kurtosis based on the fourth moment. It's very easy. So all we have to do is get the product of the number of samples plus 1, the number of samples minus 1, and the product of the number of samples minus 2 and the number of samples minus 3. Now, so how I explain this is 3 and 2 are constant numbers along with the 3 in here and 1. They are both constant numbers, so always remember them. Anyway, so after we get the product, we just divide it, then times it with the answer of kurtosis 1 minus the answer of 3 multiplied by n minus 1 divided by n plus 1. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so here is kurtosis 2. So we got 11 multiplied by 9 over 8 multiplied by 7. Now, how do we get this? It's because of the formula earlier. So, once I got that, I will solve this one right here. So, by solving this, I will start here. So, what I'll do is multiply 9 by 3, then divide it by 11, then minus it by 1.78. And once I got that, like right here, I will solve them. So, we got 99 divided by 56, then multiply it to the answer of 1.78 minus 2.45, like right here. Okay, so the answer will be 1.77 multiplied by the negative 0.67, and the answer will be negative 1.19. Like so. So, that's it. So, the negative result of Kurt 2 indicates that the set of scores is patikirtic because Kurt 2 is less than 0. And also, that Kurt 1 is less than 3. There we go. So, that's it.